Fiddle, guitar. Some people call it the guitar. My brother is down in the Caribbean, the guitar. Talk a little bit about it today. You know, this is the perfect instrument indoors. But if you need to go outdoors, go to the park or whatever, this is the instrument right here. The guitar is called a concert instrument. Well, that's because you can do a concert on it. What? Huh? Anyway, so the guitar basically is like the piano. You got the bass notes. You can play chords. You can play melody. Single lines, melody, stuff like that. You can do stuff like this. That's the melody, the bass, and the chord all together. Now, piano players have an advantage. They got linear keys that are laid out. They can play let's say, the bass notes in one hand and the melody on the top. Guitar players, we got vertical instrument. And we got to do the same thing if you got the skills to do it. Basically, with 6 strings, and the strings are tuned a certain way. So you have to really get into this. You got to really learn what's called solo guitar. That means you're playing by yourself, and you playing all the lines, the bass line, the treble lines, the lead lines, or whatever, and the chords together. Let's talk about the guitar for a minute. Like a lot of things, the guitar is based on a woman. Yeah. It has a head. These are called the pegs, the tuning peg. They like fingers, you know what I'm saying? You know, you tune the guitar. It has a neck. It has a body, right? See that? And it has a hole. Ooh, be quiet. So anyway, now this part of the guitar is called the lower bout. But guess what else is called? The hips. This is called the upper bout. These are the sides, just like you stand to the side. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It has a back. See what I'm saying? So the guitar is like a beautiful woman. That's why everybody named their guitars after women. Like B.B. King, Lucille. Well, I'm a kind of nerdy guy back in the day. I named all of my guitars after my mama. She's deceased now, so all my guitars are called Caroline. Thank you very much. So anyways, you have different types of guitars. This is called a classical guitar. Basically, it has a sound hole, and when you pluck the guitar, the sound resonates off the face of the guitar. This is called a face. That's why it's just like a person. This is the face. And you'll play mostly stuff like classical music on it, but I can play anything often. Play anything out. Gotcha. Anyway, you play anything you want, but mostly people use these type of guitars. they have what you call the nylon strings. Now these bass strings, they're supposed to be 3, but I cheated. I'm too lazy to put them. So it's called brass wound. You have brass wound around the strings with the first 3 strings. Those are called the bass strings. And then these are called the treble strings down here. But like I said, this is supposed to be a round wound string right here, but I'm not lazy. I'm just lazy, you know. So anyways, what you basically wind up doing is certain guitars are used for certain things. Now, I kind of like it. Smooth stuff y'all like, you know. So I wrote a book. Actually, I wrote 3 booklets. And I described the guitars in them. For example, this is a classical guitar, nylon strings. Okay? Nylon. Got that? And this would be more of a guitar used more for jazz. You see those little holes there like a violin. Those are called the little F holes, somewhat. And it's a semi-solid body or semi-hollow body. You got, it's a little more tighter than this one here. See, the sound holes are just these little slits or whatever. And it's electrified. So you have what you call these pickups on it. And the pickups are made so that the guitar, when you play the strings across, they sound smooth. So when you want to do some, So you want to play some smooth or some jazz, stuff like that. Now this is the classic guitar, the one I have now. This is a standard one. It has a thicker body and a shorter neck, and it doesn't have these cutaways. Mine has a cutaway so that I can get down on those high notes if I want to. Like I say, I'll play different types of music on this one. What happens is this. They were made way back in the, days, 1300s, stuff like that. And these are called acoustic guitars. Acoustic simply means without electric. Now, it just so happened that because of people like me, I want to be able to plug my guitar into something and amplify. Because before we get to put a microphone up, I have two ports here for a chord. This is called XLR. This is called a regular accordion that I can plug an accordion plug in and go into an amplifier. These kind of been around for the last, 15, 20 years, if that. Then you have a 12-string acoustic guitar. Literally, it has 12 strings on it. 12 strings, man. 12. Yeah. They double them up. A guitar like this, you usually see somebody playing like folk music, if I had a hammer, I'd bring them all. Stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? So, we get down to the flamenco guitar. Ole, okay, whatever. And this is an acoustic guitar too, but it has these little pads on it, shock absorbers. So when you're playing with your fingernails real crazy, these little absorbers here won't, damage the guitar face. Okay, you have an acoustic steel string guitar, which is similar to the acoustic 12-string guitar, but it has 6 strings on it. All right? So what happens is this. Most people play sort of folk music on it. I've seen some guys try to play jazz on it, but mostly folk music, like I was just demonstrating. And then you have the dobro guitar. See, dobro. See, bro, a dobro. Yeah. This has what you call a resonator on it. This thing, when you plays it, that steel plate that's on there, that round plate, resonates and makes it louder than just playing it without it, basically, a regular guitar without one. I'll say the Caribbean brothers use these a lot. You know, some Spanish cultures too, down in South America and stuff, but mostly Caribbean brothers and sisters use this. And then, last but not least, is the solid body guitar. Can you see that, John? Hope I'm showing it to you, right? Solid body. That's the kind of stuff you hear people playing rock music on. Solid body means it's solid body. There's no sound holes in it. See, look at that. No sound holes. See that? So you get Led Zeppelin and the greatest guy they say played rock, Eddie Van Halen. He just died, you know. That was a wild boy, by the way. So there you go. I got all the guitars here, give you an idea of what's going on. The next time we get together, we'll talk about more of, we'll get into some of the different techniques that's used on the guitar. We'll start you off, you know, with some basic, what you call theory. I have some theory in this book too. Got a little theory in there. Show you about, you know, quarter notes and half notes and stuff like that. You don't need that stuff. If you just want to play the thing, just play the thing, man. You know? But you get a little theory. The idea is you want to be all around. I got theory in this one here, you know. You want to be all around. You know, you want to be able to handle anything. In other words, somebody say, hey, what you play by here? Well, you can play by here, you know. What key? You know, you don't even have to ask what key, just listen. Or they may tell you what key to start off. But somebody put some music in front of you, you can play that too. Or some chord charts. We'll get into what chord charts is and have another thing called tablature. All right. So I hope you're having a good rest of your Sunday evening. And have a good Monday and a Tuesday, whatever. All right, folks. Let me see how you get this thing off here. I'm done. I'm done. I don't know. I haven't used this thing. Whatever. People texting me all over the place. The button's getting in the way. What's going on here?